BRB Doing Disney explores a more mature side of Disney. We want to keep the magic alive for everyone for as long as possible. So before we dive into today's content, we want to make it clear that this podcast is intended for a mature audience. Our discussions often include adult themes, strong language, and a critical analysis of Disney's more complex elements, which could include peeking behind the magic curtain and may not be suitable for younger mouse ears. Listener discretion is advised.
Relatively shortly, we'll all be able to talk to you about ACOTAR, which is not Disney related. Hi, we're shamelessly reading Fairy Smut, and we give zero fucks about it.
Yeah, it's great.
This is now a Disney and ACOTAR crossover podcast.
No, we're just going to start an ACOTAR podcast.
Oh, geez, no, we don't have time for that.
Welcome back to BRB Doing Disney. We're your hosts. I'm Shanira.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Cass.
And we are so excited to have you guys joining us today. Let's dive into the magical chaos of another episode.
All right, we are recording. I just saw something the other day that I wanted to share with you, and now I completely forgot what it was.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Okay, when that happens.
I was like, oh man, that's actually really cool. Did we know this? And then, I don't know. I don't know if it was on TikTok.
And it yeeted yourself out of your brain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that.
I was like, oh man, I want to share this. And I don't know what I did with it. I don't know if I saved it on TikTok. I don't know if it was a TikTok. I don't know if it was like...
I don't know what it was. It was just a thing.
Somewhere, or like a photo.
I don't know if it was like
Literally
article,
Nope, it's all good. Well, before we get too far into planning our perfect day at Epcot, I have things.
Things?
I have all the things.
Things?
I have social media updates. I have a review to read for you guys. And I have a question that y'all don't know what it is. And I'm really excited about it. They just
The look
both
in
gave
your
me
eyes.
the look that was like, oh shit, we're in trouble.
We literally just talked about being a little bit more scripted, and every episode that we've done has been completely unhinged.
I just pulled these things to bring to this. And also today, while we were recording, not only is it the second day of spring, which feels like, honestly, when the new year should be beginning is the spring solstice, but, we're just going to talk about that. It is the International Day of Happiness, which I feel like Epcot makes us happy. And so this is the perfect episode to be recording today.
I agree. Also, Disney World is the happiest place on Earth.
Wrong. Disney World is the most magical place on Earth. Disneyland is the happiest place on Earth. Well. I will die on this hill. I correct everyone.
I get them mixed up because I thought that was yeah.
It's all good.
You and everyone else in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Listen, you can be happy and magical at the same time. It's fine.
It is true. Well, and here's the thing. I know that they're different, but I just switched them.
It's all good. So yeah, we are up to 327 followers on our Instagram, which is awesome. If you guys don't already, please do follow us on Instagram. We love getting to interact with you guys and seeing your stories and seeing your photos and everything. Also, a review for the podcast comes from Carl's on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars. These gals will legit have you planning a Disney trip of your own to try to have as much fun as they are having. Love listening to all 3 of these ladies. Shout out to you, Carly. We love you. Thank you so much for reviewing. Again, if you haven't reviewed us on Apple Podcasts, please do. You can rate us on Spotify and send us your reviews via DM on Instagram, BRB Doing Disney. And I will read those reviews when we podcast.
Thanks, Carly.
Yeah.
Also, we are technically on YouTube as well. Right now, we don't have any videos. However, you can listen to the audio, and also Amazon Prime.
Truth.
So, but videos might be coming sooner than you think.
Woo.
So we might be, I don't know. It's a thing. We're playing around with stuff.
Yeah. All right. Icebreaker question.
Okay.
Got this one from the Lost Bros Instagram story.
Oh,
so
okay.
shout out to them because somebody asked them and I saw the question and was like, oh.
I love surprises.
All right, Cody, I'm going to ask this question to the girls. If you had to face any Disney villain, who would you face?
Hold on. Are we picking somebody that with certainty we know that we could win against, or like how
she wants
like
to
what's
join them.
like what are the qualifications? Because like if I can like are we like going by defeat, or are we going by like I want to like meet them and like
Okay, so I'm gonna call this one a fight.
okay.
So if you had to fight a Disney villain, and the goal is obviously to win, because what is the goal of any fight?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is a stipulation that you can answer if you would like, whether there is magic or no magic allowed in said fight. So that's up to you.
Oh, so we're talking like hand-to-hand combat or magic. So like if that's the case, then if they get to use magic, do we then also have magic imbued into us?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
You are the magic.
Yeah, right? If I have magical powers, then magic is totally fine. But if it's like, oh, they can use their magical powers and I don't have magical powers, that's some bullshit. They get handicapped for sure.
Do you want to hear his answer
Yes.
before you answer yours?
Yes.
Okay. So his answer was basically the old lady version of the evil queen from Snow White. With the stipulation that says, I feel like if it's no magic allowed, this one would be a no-brainer. Because Hades would low-key have hands. And Chick Hicks from Cars could easily run me over.
Fair.
And that answer just made me laugh so hard.
I have a really good one. I have a funny one, and then I'm thinking of like a more serious one.
Let's hear your answer.
Yeah.
My funny one is what's his name? Laugh a Lot Bear or whatever his name. Lotso. Because
that thing.
he's literally a stuffed animal, so
Just pull the stuffing out. That's exactly what my answer was going to be.
like
Because I hate him.
I will take Lotso on. And then you'll have to loop back around to me for like a more serious question.
Shan, who you fighting?
It's such a hard question. So my serious one, like if I'm trying to actually win the fight, I feel like I could take Mother Gothel down pretty easily. Like
Okay.
I think just it would be a pretty quick fight, magic or not.
She
Like,
doesn't really have magic.
She doesn't. She just takes other people's magic. So fuck you. Get out of here.
Not just even takes it, like she doesn't even use it.
Yeah.
She just like
She's old.
She
uses-
only wants to be young.
Yeah, exactly. The fucking crab is on this list from Moana.
Tamatoa.
Villain. I mean, he's kind of a villain.
Considers him a villain.
But like, just throw something shiny and you win.
That is true. It would be a pretty easy fight to win.
My other answer was gonna be Oogie Boogie, because you literally just like
Ooh.
unravel him. So I feel like I could win
You
that,
just need
magic or
a
not.
Seam cutter.
Hands down, just cut that string and we'd be good.
I love that answer.
I want one that like might be like a little bit of a formidable challenge. So give me just a second.
Although I want someone to see, I want to see someone take on hand-to-hand combat with Captain Hook.
You mean
just
hand to
gotta-
hook combat?
Hand to hook.
We just gotta watch for Southpaws. I would want to take Gaston on just
I was
because I
gonna
want
say,
to
you're
like
gonna say
I just want
Gaston.
to like I want to kick him in the balls,
Team up
like
against
just like
Gaston.
literally just take him down a notch. Yeah, get wrecked, get taken out by a girl. You sexist asshole.
So yeah, y'all need to send us your answers for what Disney villain you would fight in a fight. I'm curious to know what our audience says too.
If Prince John wasn't a lion, that would be another good one because he's just a fucking.
He's a lion.
I was
You know what I would
literally
do?
gonna say he's a pussy, and I was like, I was like,
Also, I feel like Yzma would be really easy to take on
she's
Oh,
very
yeah.
frail.
because
she's-
like you just throw Kronk a snack and he'd run away, and then you just pull her eyelashes out. Like
Yeah,
done, I win.
Yeah.
You lose.
Yeah.
yeah. Especially if it was a no magic situation.
All
And
right.
she wouldn't be able to use like her like potions and stuff.
I love that on this list of Disney villains is humans from Bambi.
Oh, the hunter. Yeah.
Just humans. Literally.
From my
humans.
everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
truth.
So funny. All right. Perfect park day at Epcot.
Drinks.
Yeah, all of them. No, the perfect park day at Epcot honestly would start out with not having to get up at 7 a.m. to get a virtual queue for Guardians.
But
Yes.
still getting
Please
that virtual queue,
just have a
not
standby
having to
line.
wake up.
Yeah.
Just get a standby line so we can ride it more than once.
Yes.
Disney.
My entire day, when Guardians finally gets a standby line, it's just lap around the world, Guardians, lap around the world, Guardians.
And every time we're just gonna DAS it.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna ride it, DAS it. As soon as we tap in, we're gonna DAS it again.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna
The
DAS it
whole
again. And we're
day.
gonna DAS it again. Like that's the
just-
perfect park day is just riding Guardians and drinking.
Yes.
I
Until
don't
I
really know if
puke.
I should do it in that order. I mean, like,
We definitely we test our limits.
I feel like what you do is you go and drink. Oh,
when we
You
rode
could
it in
just-
the afternoon, whenever that was, August. That was the first time I'd ridden it like tipsy. Because normally we
Even
ride
better.
it first. Like typically we ride it first and then we go drink. But
that's
like,
true. I feel like what you do is you ride it first, right?
Mhm.
And then you go get a drink. But
Well,
like
yeah,
you
because
start,
the festival booths don't open till 11.
yeah. So you ride
So-
it first, and then I feel like you go all the way to the other side, and you go and get probably 2 drinks. I would say get your drink from American Pavilion and Japan. And as you're
So we're
drinking
getting
them,
a violet sake and a blackberry, what is it?
moonshine.
Why did we
Moonshine.
skip Viking coffee?
Well, hold on.
And Mexico.
Give me a
Why
second.
didn't we go to
Hold on.
Norway and
Shh,
Mexico?
shh, shh, shh. So, like, listen, just
This is the
listen.
plan.
So then you come back, right? As you're drinking your 2 drinks, you come back, you ride Guardians again, and then you go to the next closest. So America, and then Germany. So you grab a drink from Germany, and you come back, and then you probably grab another drink, like
So you
something
have
from
to-
China.
I feel like,
And
honestly,
you work backwards, and then you
I don't
just
know
keep
if that's
going.
a good idea because
I think you just do laps.
I think you would want to be drinking the ones that are closest.
I thought
So
about that.
As you get more drunk, you have farther to walk. Because,
I thought about that.
Oh, that's a good
you
idea.
know what I'm saying? Like it gives
Yeah.
you more time to
I thought about that.
sober up a little
I was
bit.
just thinking you like skip countries. So like first time around, you maybe hit like Mexico, Viking coffee, skip a few, stop, skip a
99,
few,
100.
stop, and then you get another drink, and then you do the same thing. But then the problem is you just keep going to Mexico.
Okay, so the perfect part day for Shan is starting with a Viking coffee.
Yeah, so I feel like you could test that though. I feel like you could test how many drinks.
Clearly, the answer is whatever you just drank from Narwhals.
Yeah.
Because you-
However many drinks it takes before you can't ride Guardians
Mhm.
again without like falling, like essentially like wobble,
throwing up.
like
Yeah.
wobbling
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I'm gonna wobble out anyway. The real thing though is dancing in the exit queue to the freaking bangers of songs that they have in that
True.
exit playlist.
The exit queue music is so much better.
Mhm.
Not so much better.
Isn't it
But-
all the songs they like couldn't get the rights to for the ride? I
Which
thought.
is stupid because then they get to play them there. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
if
understand.
you have rights, just play it.
Also, I feel like if you own the song, why would you not agree to letting it in the ride? Because I feel like it's only going to increase the popularity of that song.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I
you're
mean? Because
telling
then
me
people
that
listen to it. How many people listen to
September.
Everybody
time-
Wants to Rule the World? and
Every
think,
time I hear everybody wants to
Yeah,
rule the world outside of
exactly.
Mhm.
Epcot, I want to ride the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, are you telling me that everybody who got September in September listened to that song, like,
Say
and
September
liked-
one more time.
September liked that song before Guardians? I call a little bit of bullshit.
Yep.
Do you know how
Yeah.
many young people there probably are that didn't know maybe even all of those songs?
Yeah, like one way or another. Like, that's what
Yeah,
I've
or a
listened to
lot
that
of
song
them.
forever. But yeah,
Yeah.
like, I still want to get that song. It's probably my favorite.
Isn't that the one you haven't gotten, Shan?
Yeah.
Okay, that's for that.
Knocking on wood. For
So perfect park day. We're riding Guardians and
Yeah.
we're drinking and eating around the world.
Yeah.
Um,
However, there's some nuances to that.
yeah. Well, I honestly I want to ride Soarin' and living with the land
yeah.
in there too.
We like are nostalgic.
Especially living with the land when it's the holiday overlay because it's all like
Mhm.
Christmas lights and
I
super
don't
cute
know, like
and dark.
the flower and garden stuff that they did was so cute.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see them doing like more with living with the land because, okay, hot take, and I'll probably get shit for this. Like, I straight up use that ride to sleep because it's the same every time. And
That's fine,
honestly,
as long as you didn't say it was the worst ride in Epcot.
No, it's not the worst. No, it's not the worst ride. It is by far the most I was gonna say boring. I was gonna say boring. But unentertaining.
The
Like,
most seepy ride.
Yeah. So like, to be cool, like if I want to be cool and like take a break and like sit down, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with the living with the land. But also like this information is always the same. Like, we're not learning anything new. So that's a face.
Did I see one of you guys share it the other day? Or did I see on Instagram that Living with the Land used to have like people narrating on the boats?
Oh, they used to have like an actual driver.
So what if we take jungle skippers from them Living with the Land?
Oh my God.
That would be
Do you know how
amazing.
often I ride? So, but when I ride the safari, I literally am like, did you know that elephants have the best memory? The animal in the jungle? I wish I had the memory of an elephant. I'd be so much better at my job.
We got a driver on the safari that I would have put so much money down that she used to be a skipper. And so I asked, and she was like, no, never been a skipper. And I was like,
Honestly, let's just put Jungle Cruise skippers on everything.
I was going to say
Hot
that.
take.
Yeah.
Make everything jokes.
I think the play is we make friends with a Jungle Cruise skipper and
just take
take them
them with
onto
us.
Living with the Land.
Wait.
All right, we're
if
going to
you
start
are
writing
a Jungle
jokes.
Cruise
We're going to
skipper.
start writing Living with the Land skipper jokes.
Mhm.
Y'all, stay tuned for that.
Give us your best Living with the Land skipper joke. And
The face was, and this is not related to Epcot, but it is related to Disney. The blue milk in Hollywood Studios just got a new
it looked like a
thing.
syrup.
They put raspberry syrup and nerds in it, and it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
amazing.
Ooh.
So when you go in like 2 weeks, Shan, you're gonna have to get that.
I love blue milk, so
I know.
I will.
That's why I was like,
Mhm.
oh, go get this.
Yeah, right?
But then I thought it also said something about cereal, raspberry jelly, mini rainbow crunchy candies, which is nerds, right? Like that's what that is.
Yeah.
I think so.
It'd probably be, yeah.
It looks like it also has cereal in the bottom of it, so probably not for you. But maybe just get it
Unless
without
they
the
just-
cereal.
Yeah, without the cereal.
Interesting.
Anyway, sorry. Back to Epcot. I got very distracted by
Oh, that's okay.
blue milk and nerds.
I mean, we're right here. We're all easily distracted by nerds.
Yeah, perfect Epcot Park Day. We have to get a violet sake in Japan.
Yeah, that's a must do.
I have to get a snickerdoodle cookie sandwich in Germany.
Yeah.
We have to come prepared with a list for whatever festival is
I was about
happening.
to say, I think it kind of depends too. It's like what festival is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can we get the butterfly house from Flower and Garden
Yes.
and all of the rainbows from Festival of the Arts?
Yes.
And the Christmas overlay to Living with the Land all at once. Like, can we have all of this in one?
And
It's
the
Florida.
food
We
and
can-
wine.
Yeah.
Booths.
And wine for Shanira, wine flights for Shanira. It
Yeah.
was like, I want it all in one.
And like a really cool like Garden Rocks.
Joey Fatone.
Yeah. Joey Fatone.
And friends. Hot take.
Who did we
His
s-
friend is Neil Patrick Harris,
Oh, yeah. Well,
who is
wasn't
normally
Lance-
there to narrate the Candlelight Processional.
Yeah.
And
wasn't-
Jodie Benson.
But also his dad was there one night.
Yeah,
got
and
up on
Lance
stage
Bass
with
was
him.
there one
Lance
night.
Bass. I was like,
Yeah.
Joey, Lance Bass. Who was there? Was it Daughtry?
Yeah, we saw Daughtry.
Yeah, Daughtry played. They put on a cool show. Like we watched kind of from like the back. We didn't sit down for it.
Okay, but I really
like,
want Disturbed to play. I know they won't ever, but like that would be my dream
Jesus.
to listen to Sound of Silence in Epcot. Come on, it's my favorite version.
Yeah.
It's so good. If you haven't listened to the Disturbed version of Sound of Silence, do yourself a favor and do that.
Oh, Perfect Day, I think would okay. Like I don't know how this would all work, but I want to go to Epcot on New Year's Eve because apparently
I've heard it's
almost every country has their own party. It is a giant fucking rave. Like
because
and-
I think they count down the other countries too, like during.
Oh, like
Yes.
when they
Yeah.
yeah, and you can just basically just get
Which would be, it would be during the day.
But
annihilated.
New Year's Eve is a Tuesday this year.
Oh,
So with the way that our work schedules are, and we have Wednesdays off.
also,
Just saying, if our work schedules stay the same.
but we're also going to be fucking down there this year.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go. I mean, we're gonna be blocked out, but we're buying tickets for fucking going.
Yeah, no. I told Jason, I had a friend who, Skylar, from that other podcast. He's a Disneylander.
Loser.
Yeah, he
Loser.
he went, like he was a baby, but he had just turned like 21 and like went to Epcot during New Year's Eve. And he was like, I got completely
I heard it's
annihilated.
basically a rave,
Yeah,
like in
the
the
entire-
countries.
yeah.
Which
like
sounds
literally like
so
pop
much
up.
fun.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a bucket list thing. So
Okay, New Year's at Epcot.
I want to do New Year's at
Fun.
Epcot. So I don't know, like I feel like that in and of itself is going to be like a perfect day.
Why
like,
was I like,
in
what
a
do we
bubble.
do for New Year's
Sorry,
this year? Why
you
don't
said-
I have any memories? Oh, because I was alone. Because you
Oh,
guys were
that's
in
right.
Oh yeah, we were in
Oregon.
Oregon. All right, I just have to read this because it's hilarious, and we were talking about raves. This is a picture of the Haunted Mansion. It says, accidentally knocks the G off of the graveyard sign. Beat drops. Skeletons rise from the ground, twirling glow sticks and dancing like crazy.
Yeah,
It's a raveyard party.
it's a rave yard. Boop, boop.
Okay,
Spooky,
so New
scary
Year's.
skeletons.
We're riding Guardians. We're drinking around the world. It's New Year's.
It's New Year's and Christmas.
There's a butterfly.
And
There's
the
a
flower
butterfly.
garden.
There are rainbows everywhere. Dude, okay. Disney, just fucking give us a Pride night
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
and all of our problems would be solved.
yes, yes.
Because we'd be surrounded by queer people. It would basically be a rave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'd
There
be
would
rainbows.
and probably butterflies.
Yeah.
And lights.
Even people dressed as butterfly. Like,
I really want those rainbow butterfly wings. I'm not going to lie to you.
just get them.
I should. But like, come on, Disney. Give us Pride Night at Epcot. Epcot's the perfect place to have a Pride Night, too.
It is.
Like,
Yeah.
It's the more adult park
Mhm.
of all of them, honestly. And like,
Okay, perfect park day. Epcot does Pride.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
They have those fried cinnamon rolls from Brunchcot during that they have for Flower and Garden Festival. They have the Brazilian cheese bread so that Shan can eat that.
Thanks for the inclusion.
You're welcome. I know you can't eat gluten, so I'm trying to get you the good things. Morocco has all of their delicious ciders.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've reopened World Showplace,
Yeah.
and it's full of cider and deliciousness.
That's where you have the rave. It just turns into a club.
yes.
Like straight up, like that way. I mean, like, yeah, you have like little like spots, but like, yeah, it's enclosed.
I feel like Germany is the perfect. I don't know why. I just think of Flula when I think of a Germany rave. And I love Flula. So. It sounds like the perfect park day at Epcot.
yeah, Pride Day.
They've brought
Right.
back Illuminations and they're still showing Luminous. So we get both.
Yes.
We have drones.
Oh.
We have like we've integrated drones.
And they're playing Rainbow. They're playing Rainbow Connection on the
with the
Epcot
rainbow.
ball.
And with the rainbow.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. See, they already have that. The perfect park day just has to be a really weird combination of all of the days
And we meet
of the year.
Figment and we get a Figment hug.
Yeah. Silence, crickets.
Silence.
Shan
You
can
could
go
at
meet
least-
Figment.
At least pretend. Like, at least
You gotta
like,
fix his
okay,
sleeves.
yeah.
There is legitimately something wrong with that Figment costume, and like
They've
he
brought
has
back
to get
the
his
original
sleeves fixed every time. It's hilarious.
Journey into Imagination.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't get me started. I wish.
Shan just had the
Judy Dench is actually there narrating Spaceship Earth.
She sits with you in your cart.
Yes, she's like she's in protection like the
Haunted
ghost.
Mansion, yeah.
Judy Dench.
Oh my god. She
looks at you if you don't-
if you don't say
That is also called Epcot Unhinged.
They had that for Figment. you saw Figment pop up.
Figment.
No, I just keep thinking that Judi Dench, like, if you don't think the Phoenician, she just like whips her head at you. I said
to thank the Phoenicians, you bitch. Yeah. Okay. Well, this got off on a really weird tangent. Maybe we shouldn't drink when we record.
No, I think we should drink every time we record. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
We get to eat at the sushi place, but it doesn't cost $5,000.
yeah. Disney has hosted us.
Well, fuck yeah, that's the dream every time.
Yeah.
We're there with Danielle
Yeah.
and Twin Sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all
our
of our
friends.
friends.
All of our friends.
We have a VIP tour. Like, what is that?
Patrick Warburton is the tour guide
Oh
for
my
our
gosh,
VIP
yes! Yes.
tour. Hello.
Oh my God.
Please pull the safety
Him
belt.
on Frozen Ever After. Oh my God. I need it. I need it. Oh. I want to be
They've
serious.
actually changed the Frozen to the animatronics and not the projection
Oh,
faces that look
yeah.
like they just have a really, really bad foundation line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, blend your face.
They should do that on the real. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard. It would be hard, but like, you're only changing the animatronics.
Right. The ride stays the same.
Did you know that there was an entire orchid garden in the back of the Mexico Pavilion?
Was?
I just found out today.
Orchid?
Like back where they if you walk past where Donald meets and greets all the way back
You
there.
can go
You
back
can
there?
go back?
Yes. I just saw it on an Instagram video. I saved it.
Huh.
I
love being places that I've never been before.
Right?
The next time
Doesn't induce anxiety at all.
Stan can accidentally trespass.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, I assume that's where it is, but
Wow.
wow. Wow.
Aw.
It's so
Wow.
cool.
Go back there.
This Disney fact. There's a hidden orchid rainforest behind the Mexico Pavilion.
Oh, I'm hearing photo shoot opportunity.
Hello, Disney
Quiet
content.
space.
Yeah.
And
Now,
Epcot,
This
which is
sign
hard
very
to find.
specifically says Flower and Garden Festival, so I don't know if it's only there for Flower and Garden,
Hmm.
like this sign that says Tropical Rainforest.
Interesting.
But
I
did not know
the
that.
Japanese garden
Yeah.
is
Yes.
also
Mhm.
tends to be really quiet because I feel like people don't know
Yeah.
that you can like really go back there. But even if they do, like
Mhm.
it doesn't feel like there's a lot of.
we get to listen to the drummers in
Oh,
Japan on
yeah.
the perfect park day because they're so good.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard. It's like I love Epcot, and there. I mean, how many rides are in Epcot? Ratatouille, Frozen, Test Track,
Grand Fiesta Tour,
Grand Fiesta Tour,
Mission Space,
Mission Space,
Figment.
Journey to Imagination,
Guardians,
Guardians, and then Soarin',
Living with the Land,
Living with the Land.
The Living Seas, with Nemo and Friends.
You can't see my face.
Hey, in the big blue world.
Yeah, squeezing into those little shells is not.
Well, yeah, but
Um,
you can do Turtle Talk with Crush. It's not a
I
ride.
haven't done that in so long.
I cannot.
Cass refuses.
I cannot
Why?
bring because I
She's
am always.
afraid he's gonna pick on her.
I'm always the one that gets fucking picked for that shit. And are you kidding me? Like,
Okay.
like, literally.
Redhead problems.
Pick me.
Like,
No.
yeah. No, don't pick me.
You're a pick me girl. I'm a pick me girl.
I don't want you. Like, I literally
exactly
am
what
the
a pick me girl
opposite.
would
If you haven't watched the Love Is Blind reunion, you should do that.
Yikes.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
I don't know. I just feel like.
What'd you get to? 10 rides?
Yeah, I was at 10.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna. Nope.
I feel like that's got to be it. I mean, there's more attractions. Like you can do the weird ass
Amazing Planet.
That's also known as Awesome
Oh.
Planet.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
like there's
awesome, I
shows
forgot
and
what it's
stuff.
called.
Yeah. There's shows and stuff like the weird like retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but it's like from LeFou's point of view.
Well, there's the American Adventure too, which we've never done.
Oh, forgot about that.
Yeah,
The Beauty and the Beast sing along.
yeah, that's the weird.
Canada Far and Wide.
Oh,
What's that?
it's I think that
Like
only
in
goes when
Canada
there's not
show?
a festival. Because it's in that, because it's like when you go
They
into
only do that for Festival of the Holidays, though.
oh
Canada
so
only has the like cider house for Festival.
oh okay, so when it's not during the holidays, but it's like when you go into China and it's got it's the round
360.
it's a 360. It's the same thing in Canada, only Canadian instead of Chinese. Hey.
The Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival.
Yeah, like there's stuff to do, but like
Oh, I'm
when
just
it
literally
comes to
reading
rides,
everything.
I feel like meeting Mickey.
There's also Impressions.
Communicore Plaza is
Impressions
open.
de France.
Um,
I almost read this and was like, "There's manatees." I've seen the manatees.
days.
Um.
I mean, there's the a little aquarium.
Yeah. I think we named all the rides though.
Yeah,
I
I think there's 10 rides, but I mean, realistically, I'm not gonna go on Ratatouille again.
Yeah.
Like I went on it once. It's fine. Like the queue is really claustrophobic. And I mean, we didn't have DAS at that point, so I don't know what the DAS queue is like, but definitely I struggled with that for sure. So like, that brings us
We
down
forgot
to
Journey of Water, which is not a ride. but-
yeah, an attraction. Yeah, like I just feel like it's hard to like do a really super eventful.
We did really good. We named all 10 of the rides. I just read the whole list.
Hey, I can count them on both hands. I didn't have to use my toes. So I mean, for me, it's hard to create a like perfect park day and like incorporate rides into that, because I feel like for me, literally a perfect park day at Epcot is going under normal circumstances where it's not a special thing where like we're going say for New Year's Eve, right? That like that's a completely separate thing for me. But like if we go during Festival of the Arts, really realistically, I'm hitting all of the booths that I want to hit. I'm meeting the artists that are there. I'm like, Epcot is our like kind of our most chill day that we're in the parks. We take our time going around the World Showcase because
We eat and drink whatever
Yeah,
the
so
hell we want.
yeah,
Other than Guardians, that's like usually the one thing we have like set in stone, like we're gonna do, and then the rest of the day is just kind of like
yeah,
Enjoying
we
it and see
meander
where we
and
go.
do what we
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the pace we want to go. Sometimes it's a lot quicker. Sometimes it's a lot slower.
yeah, exactly. And I think
And sometimes we meet characters and sometimes
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of just dependent on the ride. And like honestly, that's kind of the perfect park day period for me.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
like not having an agenda and just being able to enjoy ourselves and
yeah,
chill.
yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Like that's for me is, you know, like enjoying whatever festival is going. You know, I think it was really cool that we got to catch Daughtry and catch the, I don't know, like the
When we
last
did
half
the
of his
candlelight
show.
processional.
Yeah.
You know, because it was Jodie Benson and
Yeah.
we wanted to, like,
Yeah.
that was cool too.
There
you
are
know?
a lot of cool things at Epcot.
Yes.
Like aside from the stuff that's in the park every day, like the stuff that you see while you're there specifically.
Yeah.
Well,
and
and
like
I
whatever
feel like
time you're
Epcot
at.
is a true, like, theme
Mm-hmm.
park,
Yeah.
not a roller coaster park, not a, you know, like, it's not like all thrills and craziness. Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
it's the most fun to just chill out. And, like, it's the easiest place if you know people down there or are there with people, you know, that you're, like, meeting up with to be like, hey, let's go to Epcot and take a trip around the world. And
Yeah. Like
enjoy
let's
it.
stroll.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Like it's a perfect day is for me is just doing whatever I want for the day based on what is going on that day.
Yeah.
You know, like it's because it changes, you know, slightly depending on the time of year. I like we started this with the whole like, oh, we're gonna, you know, like we want all of this from everything. And I think that kind of really encompasses the fact that the perfect day is just the day that you're there.
yeah.
and doing what you want and nothing that you don't, and just kind of taking in Epcot in a way that feels good for you that day. And I feel like that's like the perfect day.
Yep.
You know, like we set out to drink around the world. And I think Meg got to Japan
And ended up on a bench.
and parked herself on a bench for like 30 minutes.
Legit
And then
laying
didn't drink anything
on
else.
said bench and did not drink anything else because I was not having it.
Yeah.
I went a little too hard in Norway
Yeah.
and Mexico.
Yeah.
7 margaritas between 4 people is probably not the best way to start out drinking around the world.
That was, yeah. I don't know. I mean,
why not?
I mean,
Yeah.
in my
It was
opinion,
a day. It was great. Would do it again. 10 out
Yeah.
of 10. Highly recommend.
yeah.
I feel like Epcot is also the best, like, regardless of what your company looks like. Like, it's the one park that I can be with my really close friends. I can be completely alone. I can be with, new friends that maybe I've never hung out with before outside of this. And no matter what, like, I always have a good day, regardless of the company that I'm with there.
Yeah. And I think it just kind of promotes, with the exception of a couple of things where people get rowdy because because they're drinking, or
Then they're taking a bath in the fountains.
they're
Yeah,
taking a bath in the fountains, or like jumping
off the
in
bridge
Yeah.
into the.
Like aside from the idiots that like kind of ruin it, I feel like the vibe is just chill. You walk in and you're just like, because there's only like 10 rides and you're gonna, did we said mission space?
We did.
Okay. Because there's going to be some that you're going to mark off like right away. I think that people will go like, okay, we're going to reduce the ride thing by half. So like once you've already ridden the like 5 rides that you're going to ride.
Somebody told me they only do half days at Epcot. And I was like, what is
Wow.
wrong with you? Epcot is not a half day park. At least for us. But again, that's because we take it slow and we do what we want to do. And
That's the other thing too, that I don't know if we've like really kind of discussed when it comes to Epcot. One of the like biggest tips and tricks and the things that we have learned is that like during a festival, don't try to go around the world once and expect to hit every booth
in order.
Or yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't expect to hit every booth because there's going to be crazy lines. And depending on what time of day it is, the lines may be longer or shorter. So what we have, the tactic that we use is kind of like a twofold thing. We'll take the people who are in line, who are wanting to go, and one person will stand at each festival booth's line, but we also walk around and we just hop into a line when it's short. We'll probably go around World Showcase, 3-4 times?
Usually, yeah. At least,
Yeah.
I mean, 2 at the very minimum.
Yeah. And we have been able to get, I think, every festival booth that we want. Because we also go in and look and we're like, oh, do we want to stop here? Do we want to, we always have the menus out and we kind of do a little bit of research beforehand. So we know we have to do.
This last trip, I literally had a list.
Yeah.
Of what I wanted to get.
Yeah. And so we have an idea of what we want. And so we know which ones we want, that are top of the list. And then we just kind of go from there. And that has really, really kind of changed the game when it comes to Epcot, because again, it doesn't feel so rushed. It doesn't feel so oh my gosh, I have to get this in this line and I'm taking forever and things like that. But if you can afford yourself the time to meander around World Showcase and hop in line to a festival booth that you want to get when it's short, we're eating all day.
Literally,
I don't think there are very few large gaps, and I can't complain when it comes to that, using that tactic.
Well, and I'm just going to throw this out there too. Epcot actually, and I'm looking at the current hours, which as of recording this, it is March 20th, 2024. Current hours for Epcot tomorrow is 9 a.m. The festival booths typically don't open till 11.
Yeah.
And so if you're going into the park, at park opening or even before park opening, if you're staying at a Disney park, which is not what we do, but whatever. The festival booths aren't even going to be open. So you can hit everything in the front of the park, so like, you know, rides and everything, and then go back into World Showcase. And just know that if you get there, like, again, before like 11 a.m., none of the festival booths are open.
Yeah.
So you've got plenty of time to do everything else first, and then take the rest of your day to just chill.
Yeah, like hit Guardians.
Yep.
Like you can hit Guardians first thing in the morning.
As long as your freaking virtual queue has been called.
Yeah.
And please, Disney, put it in a standby line.
Or open up more virtual queue times.
Yeah, or give us the option to do it twice a day.
Yeah.
Please.
That would be awesome.
How is it? Oh, if you buy Lightning Lane, you can do it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, there's a way. What was it? Ideal Park Day, staying at a deluxe resort so that we can get our virtual queue, get our Lightning Lane, and then there's extra magic hours.
There you go.
And
you
so we get it a third time.
Get it 30 times.
Yeah, my problem with the extra magic hours for Epcot is everything but the rides is closed.
So it's
Like the
literally
festival booths closed.
only worth it for
and
Guardians.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, it's not
And
worth
shopping.
that to, yeah, but the shops stay open late.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true. Not at Epcot.
Creations. It was open at 9:30 when the park closed at 9 when I was there. 2 weeks ago.
Interesting. I wonder if they changed that because remember that was the whole thing. They didn't want you. They wanted it.
It was definitely open. Because I dropped Tracy off literally at like 9:25. So, and we bought her stuff at the end of the Guardians ride at like 9:15. So they were open. So, but the festival booths for sure closed.
Yeah.
They closed at like 8:30 the last time we were there.
Yeah, because they want you to get out of the park.
Right. But the fireworks don't start till 9.
Yeah.
When the park closes.
Yeah.
But then I went to go to a festival booth at like 8:30 because we were walking around World Showcase and they were closed.
That's what happened. Remember when we went in December?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The festival booths had like closed, and we were like, "Well, crap. Okay, well, guess we're not getting that."
Oh, perfect park day. We are also getting elote and margaritas from Choza de Margarita outside of the Mexico Pavilion.
Yes, the elotes is so good, and they're not a festival booth. They're
there all the time. Classic margarita, chef's kiss, the blood orange margarita, delicious.
I mean, every margarita we've gotten there is delicious, and
Yeah.
then like all of the margaritas that we've gotten inside,
At Cava del Tequila.
yeah, are delicious. The avocado margarita is really good. Like they're all good.
It's good. I would not choose to get it again.
It's
like, I'm glad we
very-
tried it, but it's not like something that I want to get. Like,
Yeah.
I want a classic margarita.
Yeah.
I want the blood orange. I don't want the
What's the one
avocado.
that was Neil Patrick Harris's?
Oh, the Black Magic.
Yeah, that one's
that
so
one was
good
good,
too.
too.
Yeah. So yeah, like it's hard to say perfect park day and like choose literally like step by step for
Yeah.
me.
No, I think we know. I think we hit it on the head with perfect park day is a day that you do exactly what you want and nothing that you don't.
Yeah.
And you just get to enjoy it.
Yep. Take your time.
Yep.
Stay cool. Yeah. Like
Yeah, as you're drinking around the world, don't forget to hydrate.
Yeah.
Bring your liquid IV
Or else you're not going to make it.
and your water
You're
bottles.
not going to make it around the world 2 times if
yeah,
you don't
take it from
drink
someone
water.
who
in
slept on a
between.
bench in Japan.
It will slow you down.
It's true. It's very true.
yeah. Do your TikToks. Like do TikTok. I feel like Epcot is a really cool place to like do your to do dancing TikToks. Not that I have like stepped out of my comfort zone when it comes to that, but like I feel like the setting and the scenery is the place to do that for sure. Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Have the perfect park day at Epcot.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do and nothing else.
Yeah.
Perfect day.
Nothing's standing in my way.
Unless they raise the bridge and I can't go around the World Showcase.
They only did that,
Momentarily.
once. I saw a post in one of the Disney groups where the lady was like, I was trying to get to my reservation and the thing raised. Well, first of all, there's another way to get around it. Also, why were you cutting your reservation so close that the little 10-minute time that it takes them to move the barges in
Was a problem.
was a problem.
Yeah.
It was a mess. It was a mess. But I mean, we're coming off of some really cool interviews and guests, which will be coming out soon. So this will probably come out before them because this will probably be easier to edit. But stay tuned. We've got a lot of really, really cool stuff coming up. We're going to
More
finish.
perfect park days.
I was going to say, we're going to finish up the series. And yeah, I think you're going to start seeing some really cool stuff from us. I know we've kind of been like getting our sea legs when it comes to podcasting, but
We're going to call yesterday the beginning of a new year because it was the spring equinox.
Yeah.
And fuck January 1st because we should have been in hibernation through all of that. So
yeah, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So happy spring and have your perfect park day. Keep your eye out. We have also got a couple of really cool announcements going to be coming up relatively soon. Yeah. So stick around. Things are going to get even more magically chaotic.
follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram.
Leave us reviews.
Yep. All of us on Instagram. You can find us.
Tell us what you like and don't like. We'll listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any feedback is always welcome.
Suggestions, questions,
Topics you want us to talk about.
yeah, anything that you want to talk about, something that you agree with, you don't agree with, literally anything, like message us and like, subscribe,
Share.
Yeah, reach out, talk to us, let us know. And
We'll see you next time.
we'll see you next time. With that, keep dreaming, keep believing, besties. I'm Cass.
I'm Shanira.
And I'm Megan.
And you are the magic.
I'm halfway through the first book now. It's
Me-
been 2 days.
Me sitting here for the
I
last
read
like 4
3/4
months.
of the third book in 3 days. So, and I'm about to go finish it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to go finish it right now.
BRB Doing Disney is an original podcast produced by the hosts. Additional support provided by our friends and family who we love very much. We're so grateful for you guys. Original logo created by JG Designs. Intro and outro song called Winner by Max KO Music was remixed by myself for the purpose of this podcast. BRB Doing Disney is not affiliated with Disney or its IPs, and the opinions expressed herein do not reflect that of the company or its employees.